Gold reaction from last night's big win with WNEW's Chris Barnes.
Skins fans knew what last night's contest meant.
Biggest game since 2007 here at FedEx Field.
And they knew what it meant when they won it over the first-place Giants.
It looks like they've won a playoff game here at FedEx Field.
That was an impressed Mike Tirico on ESPN watching the FedEx faithful celebrate the win, which wasn't pretty. But hey, pretty doesn't count in the standings, does it, Coach?
Everybody knows how important winning is.
And Mike Shanahan says, especially in games like last night's, the Redskins fans are more than spectators. He says they were a factor in the win, as they were
quite loud and a big part of our win.
RG3 accounted for 235 total yards. The Skins improved to 6-6, tying them with Dallas, putting themselves within a game behind the Giants, and it has many fans thinking of,
We'll talk about playoffs.
Chris Barnes, All News, 99.1.
WNEW News Time
6:33. This portion of the news sponsored by Jiffy Lube. Well, the Redskins ended a long Monday night drought, defeating the first-place Giants 17-16 at FedEx Field.
They'd lost 10 straight Monday night games since 1997, but this year's already been so different for the Skins, and the fans were expressing some very intense
We're at FedEx, and there's still hope in December. When was the last time we actually were in the playoff hunt in December?
And once the game started, the Skins did not disappoint. It was a low-scoring first half during which the Washington defense was lacking, but Coach Mike Shanahan says
We regrouped at halftime and found a way to slow them down.
And RG3 agrees.
Our guys showed up and showed out once again.
Both RG and Coach Shanahan crediting FedEx fans as a positive factor in the victory, though on a side note, police say at least 14 fans were ejected, 3 of them were arrested. But on the upside, the other 80,232 fans in attendance were not. Chris Barnes, All News, 99.1.
WNEW News Time, 6:34.
The Redskins and their fans are enjoying a very different season this year as RG3 has injected new life into the maroon and gold. And last night's Monday night victory over the Giants is just another example.
Robert Griffin III didn't set the world on fire with touchdown passes, but he had a total of 235 yards. And even when it looked like he'd suffer a setback, losing the ball as he ran for the end zone, it ended up being a touchdown.
Down, lost the ball into the hands of Joshua Morgan. Nobody's marked down. They rule touchdown. The magic of RG3.
That's how it sounded on ESPN as the Skins broke a 10-game Monday night drought stretching back to 97. When it ended, the network's Mike Tirico said it looked like a playoff celebration. It's another feather in the rookie quarterback's helmet, though RG3 lamented to ESPN the notoriety he's enjoying is not always enjoyable.
Can't really go anywhere. I've tried to go to malls in disguise, and I get picked out, and I got to leave. So I stay home, watch a movie, don't really do too much.
Chris Barnes, All News, 99.1.
And I can imagine he does get picked out. WNEW News Time.
Beat the first-place New York Giants.
Okay, so it's the holiday season, but before the game, this tailgating Skins fan was telling us
we don't want to deliver any gifts to the Giants. We're keeping them all to ourselves, DC style.
And in fact, in the game, the Redskins gave New York
Squad!
Robert Griffin III had a total 235 yards, including a fourth-quarter drive to tie it at 16-16.
Touchdown, Redskins! Pierre Garçon!
That's ESPN's Mike Tirico. And moments later, the kick was up. It was good. And minutes after that, it was a done deal. The Skins had won their third straight game, 17-16, to pull within a game of the division-leading Giants.
And they've rejuvenated football in the nation's capital.
Chris Barnes, All News, 99.1.
Gold reaction.